Welcome back everybody for another planting with Andrew at the Porirua City Council Nurseries. We're going to plant two of my favourites today, and it's the birth of all forests, Mānuka. We have red tea tree and white tea tree, Kunzea leptospermum, kahikatoa, Mānuka, Kānuka, lots of names for great trees. And today we're going to plant these two as sisters together, and they're going to form the next bit of shade for the totara that we'll want to plant up here next time. So, best way to extract a plant from the pot is always give it a squeeze first. You don't want to be tugging on your plants. You want to make sure that these roots will come away nice and easily. And I've got a feeling this is just going to slip out of here. Before I take it out of its pot, I'm going to make the hole for it to go into. Thankfully, I've got a reasonably well prepared spot. There's not much in the way of weeds, so it's going to be relatively simple. I aim for the nastiest weed that I've got here. That's where I'm going to have my plant. The removal of the weed, complete displacement with a native plant, and a plant like Mānuka, it can only get better. I'm not going to have to dig a very big hole, but the bigger the hole I dig, the easier it is for this plant to establish. So a hole too small will create a struggle in the root zone in that initial phase, and really you want to get it growing before then. So I think this is enough of a hole here. I've got some good soil activity, yummy worms. They're doing the job of aerating the soil, moving the nutrients around. A good spot for my kahikatoa, Leptospermum scoparium, with a tap and a toe. Lovely intact root base. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to interfere with these roots, but if there's any weeds on the top, I'll pick them off so that they don't get a chance to grow, and to ensure that, I'll pop them in the bottom of the hole. So, with my plant centered and some clods of earth broken up around it, I think that this is going to be a nice spot for this Mānuka. So, with a bit of roughing up, breaking up the big lumps, smashing up the smaller lumps, pulling out the weeds as they occur, and with a decent firming in to stop the pūkeko from pulling it out, to stop the wind from blowing it over, we have the start of the Mānuka. Next, the Kunzea is going to grow a lot taller than this Mānuka, so I might plant it just on the south side, so it's not going to interfere with the sunshine too much at all. Again, I'm aiming at this patch of weeds. Out they come, and they are gone. Hopefully the Griselinea root won't be too affected by my digging around. Again, the bigger the hole, the more weeds we pulled out of the way, the less chance of a weed reinvasion over a shorter period of time. Of course, there's always some buried treasure, and this must be gold. And nope, it's not, it's rocks. Oh well. So, I think that's enough of a hole for me. Just a bit more depth. The soil is still quite moist, still reasonably cool after the winter time. Again, a little bit of a squeeze around the root base. This is a much softer packet hole here, so it will extract so much easier. Again, I'm leaving my root base intact, but I'll remove the weeds and pop them into the base of the hole here. And hopefully they'll be smothercated. And with a breakup of these soils and a chucking away of these weeds, and always, if you think about it, chuck your weeds on top of other weeds. And it's kind of like almost a bit more weed control that you weren't expecting. Moving the soils around, a nice firm into that point. Nobody wouldn't know it was natural. This is ready for next year when I plant another totara. Thank you guys. Mānukas for you.